They say that it's the money in my head.
Three receptions, man.
All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. First down, Vic. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Switch.
Now here's Vic. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, come on, Winslow.
Connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That is trash, man. Fucking bullshit, man. We're doing that bullshit.
That's something we got to watch in this one. Got to get effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spring game inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A give to Smith out of the gun. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
And sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there, and just ran him down.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 22 yards there, a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Oh, we can't bring him down.
At the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Third down, Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. Toss play to Jackson.
Touchdown, Bo. That's how you get in that end zone, nigga.
A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Smith. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Just like that. Just like that. Kill, kill, kill. Watch that creep. Watch that creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Where y'all at, niggas?
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, where you at,
DB? This one into the hands of
fuck, nigga?
Touchdown, Carolina. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Bullshit, man. I can't believe they did that. Shit. My DB's at.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Can you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
To throw again on 2nd down. Vick.
Bo Jackson!
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Vick to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
What up?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys have like laminator couches over there?
Have what?
Like, you know, there's a package that you put your sheets into and then you put them through the laminator.
I don't know, Mitch.
Okay.
I do not know.
If you have it, would you like text them?
They'll run on 1st down. Kaufman will get 3 up to midfield.
But yeah, I just was curious. I didn't know if you're
Partner,
still
we know
there.
today's
No,
NFL
I'm
built
home.
around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can
All
take
right.
their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Vick now from the 50.
Fudge,
His
man!
throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on, man! Back to the Bears!
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
Fucking trash, man.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Second and 9 now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Check.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he gets it
Why I spin, Bo?
10 to the 9.
Here we go!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the whip. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift.
To throw, Vick. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down.
Come on, man.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When it's 3rd and goal, you don't need to make a heroic play. You just need to make a play and able to knock that one away. That was really nice.
Yeah, I don't think going for the interception, like you said, just wanted to make sure that the ball hit the ground, and it did.
I'm going to call heroic anyway.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. He's going to air one out.
Oh, my God, what the fuck are you doing?
There just before
Stop me!
64 yards. Now the Panthers get a signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Bullshit, man. You got to get your shit together, Mike.
All of a sudden, they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll drop to throw. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively
I had it too.
Let's go. Come on. Find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
From the 38, Vick. Wide open receiver complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. On play action, Vick. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
In your face.
They'll run it again with Smith. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now back to throw. He's got Lewis.
Damn it, man. Hit that nigga, man.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
A first down carry for Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll set up a throw. That'll be incomplete.
He was here to smack him.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And it's taken in at the 9. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them?
Damn, man, where the fuck he come
shutting
from?
them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Play action now, Vic.
Oh, come on, T.O. What the fuck?
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This is bullshit.
Display throughout this game, really,
Fuck
from
going
both
on?
teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Shit pisses me off, man.
After
Bullshit,
an incomplete
man.
pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 24.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Gonna throw deep.
What the fuck are you doing, bunch of beer?
Touchdown. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
Can I
throw that out the window?
Duke?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds.
Come on, T.O., you killed me, man.
Incomplete.
The
so
fuck?
the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Vick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run with Jackson out of the gun.
Can I fucking juke?
Forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st, a pickup of 12 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gun.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down now.
Come on, Herschel. That's a piss poor ass fucking
nothing
effort.
there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Back now in Tampa.
3rd and 2.
It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. On first down, it's Walker. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. Down to the
Can I juke? All I'm asking is one fucking juke.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Bucks on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Vic. And that will be
you can't catch today?
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
Fuck that. You got it. I try to give you a chance, T.O., but you're trash today. Motherfucker dropping everything. You got to go. Put my motherfucker on. Nope. You ain't even going there, T.O. You my 4th wide receiver right now. Gee, fucking Christmas.
Communication doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run?
What are y'all doing?
Really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch the screen. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing.
There we go with that bullshit.
And if the timing's off just a little bit,